So we have made some major advancements within Cardano as of late. We have now gone through two massive upgrades recently here, and this has brought us into the Voltaire era, an exciting time for Cardano. And we now are making a major shift this month that people need to be aware of, because now we are now a self-governing body, one that can make decisions amongst the community. But what I do want to talk about as well is this major plan that I think a lot of people are missing that is currently taking place. And this is exactly why you're feeling the way you're feeling right now. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So I feel kind of weird combining these two drastically different things in one video. But I really wanted to have a complex discussion about this, because obviously we've now gone through a major overhaul in terms of Cardano. We've become a self-governing body right now. We're actually in the process of going through final voting on the Cardano Constitution. Right now, approximately 50% have voted yes, around 4.3% have voted no, and 44% of the active stakers have yet to vote on this. So apart from any major surprises, this is expected to be ratified sometime in the middle of February. So this is a very exciting thing. They're going to try really hard to obviously get the next version of the Cardano Constitution out as well. And it's a combination of working groups and workshops. And this gets more inclusive over time. Right now, there's basically two branches of the Cardano government in place, and we're trying to essentially round this out. And what this means is that this month, we're going to go from a major shift of just focusing on completing of essentially the quote unquote Cardano government to a point where we can start looking at the roadmap, where we can start looking at budget proposals, and basically this ship will be on the way. So this is a very exciting sign, and this is the shift that we're going through right now in terms of Cardano, which is cool, because we're again going to be the first basically self-governing ecosystem that has this complex of on-chain governance. It's a very exciting time. And I think that this is where we can start really having our voices heard within Cardano and start pushing hopefully towards further adoption, which helps increase price more, bring in stables, stuff like that, right? Now, this is where things get kind of tricky in the crypto ecosystem, because we've gone through some pretty exciting and major upgrades for Cardano over time. And actually this last hard fork was the only hard fork that we have gone through that has been a buy the news event, one that has pushed price up. And then we know what happened. We got into some of the major liquidation events across the crypto market. And I think a lot of people are missing what is actually happening right now in crypto. And maybe this is me being a conspiracy theorist. I don't think it's that at all. I think that there is major manipulation in the crypto market right now. And what it has to do with is large entities in the space. And I'm not talking about whales. I'm talking about even larger than that. I'm talking about enterprise. I'm talking about institutional money. And really what their goal is right now is to scare the crap out of retail. And they've been doing a pretty successful job of it, I would say, right? They did a decent job of it in the summer of 2024. We saw us, falling obviously to some pretty low prices in terms of ADA and across the crypto market. And people were saying, oh, things are dead. We're not going to move up. And then obviously the excitement from the new administration coming in burst things into life once again. And now we're going through all these different shakeouts, whether that be tariffs, whether that be liquidation events, whether that be institutional money or large enterprises coming out and saying, oh, we're going to hold off buying, right? And really what they're trying to do is instill some kind of fear in the crypto market. Now, really what they're trying to do in an even much bigger way is slow down adoption, right? It's the biggest thing that we're waiting for in crypto. It's the thing that is going to bring us on the next leg. It's the one that brings us to some very exciting times ahead. And why I'm saying this is the case is we're the early adopters. We're the innovators, right? We're here before the masses start to flow in. And we tend to have a little bit different of a mindset. In crypto, we're a lot more fearless. We're taking big chances nonetheless. And most of us, in the face of these red prices right now, we're buying. Me personally, I threw a bunch of money in the crypto market over the last several days here. I've been buying all these different opportunities because I understand what this is. This is an opportunity. And crypto has been the fastest adopted technology in history. Faster than the internet, faster than the cell phone. And I think that a lot of people seem to forget that, right? And we're now in a time where that adoption actually is going to accelerate. When you start to get into mass adoption and the masses flow in, things start moving even faster. But the global elites, they want to slow that down. And the reason why is because they want their piece of the pie. They're trying to basically reallocate resources to accumulating more assets. And if you guys haven't noticed, they're doing it behind the scenes, right? When we've been going through some of these dips in the market, institutional players have been buying. Some whales have been buying, which is a good sign too, but even enterprises have been taking advantage of that dip. For example, the last one that we went through, the big tariff shakeout, right? That's what we'll call it, the tariff shakeout of 2025. Look who was accumulating. Large entities, World Liberty Financial, building their positions when these drops are taking place. Scare retail, accumulate. Scare retail, accumulate. If you guys haven't noticed, this pattern has been going on for quite some time. And again, I don't think this is me being a conspiracy theorist. I'm sure you guys are probably beginning to notice the same thing, and maybe you're not, and this makes you more attuned to what is going on. But this is why it's so important that we have our positions now, because there's going to come a point where it stops. And why I'm saying that is they want their bags to go up too, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to try to shake people out, build their position, and then start pushing it, the way that they've always done. And what that's going to do is it's going to cause the masses to get in, right? So instill fear, freak people out, pause the adoption, get your positions, and then they send it, okay? Now, I've said many times, this is going to be the cycle. If there's going to be a cycle to break the cycle, this is it. And I think I'm not ready to say that that's the case yet, right? It's possible, again, like I talked about yesterday, that at any moment we could take off and boom in the crypto market. There doesn't need to be a specific event, right? But what they're doing is they're positioning themselves now in preparation for that. They're positioning themselves right now by helping create some of that fear, causing some of that uncertainty in the market, and then things are going to take off. Now, I've seen people talk about 2026, and it's possible that if this is in fact the cycle to break the cycles, that we actually have a cycle that runs into 2026. We've talked about blow off tops. We've talked about what mass adoption can do, what the super cycle that this can create. And it's possible that we may see an even more accelerated rate of adoption once this adoption pause is basically concluded. All right. So I didn't really get a chance to talk about this in other videos, but I've been wanting to talk about it for a while. And it's become more and more apparent as time has gone on, is that there is major manipulation taking place in the market. And I'm not saying that, that manipulation is everything. I'm not saying, a lot of, again, what this is retail freaking themselves out and funding themselves out of their bag. This can be tracked in ADA and other assets. What we've seen over the last several months is in fact retail capitulation. Retail holder, the smaller bags, have in fact been dropping in quantity. People have been unloading some of their positions because they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna drop way back down here. We're falling into a bear market. So in a sense, the large entities are winning right now. They have been brutalizing retail. Retail has been funding themselves out of their position, but understand that there's going to come a point where it's going to stop. Okay. They want their bags to pump too. They want to make money. And guess what? They're going to. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Although times may seem uncertain right now, it may seem like there's obviously, economic uncertainty, that there's big things at play. As long as you have a position and you don't fudge yourselves out and don't screw it up right now, you're going to be just fine in the long run. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think this type of manipulation is taking place? Do you think that this is just a normal market cycle and that's not happening? But appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.